Welcome to Mom Libido 101. Here's the basics of the formula. The amount she slept last night, plus how much food she's eaten today, sitting down, times the amount of help her partner gave her, divided by the annoying fucking comments, minus the number of times she was touched by her children today. So let's run through an example, shall we? Let's say mom got 8 hours of sleep last night, she ate 3 full meals, her partner did pickup and bath time, but he was really fucking annoying twice. Then we have to subtract by the 1,000 times that she was touched today. Does anyone know what the answer is? Not a fucking chance.
That's your prize, people. That is your prize. This woman is working out a mathematic formula as to why she's not going to give you sex in the confines of your relationship. You married this person, you work, all of your effort is spent for this person. You come home to this person, you provide a house for her, you provide a house for the kids, you stay loyal to this person. And this is what you get. You have a woman who is doing math equations in order to not give you sex. She's upset because you annoyed her. So she works the annoyances into the math equation. The kids touched her. How is that a prize? Like, I'm not saying that a woman has to give her husband sex every single day, but like, just think about what this one. Let me run this back one more time.
Welcome to Mom Libido 101. Here's the basics of the formula.
I want you guys to take note of all the stipulations she's putting on this man. And I want you to ask yourself, can a man do the same thing? Here's all the stipulations for me not giving you money or attention.
The amount she slept last night, plus how much food she's eaten today, sitting down, times the amount of help her partner gave her, divided by the annoying fucking comments, minus the number of times she was touched by her children today.
So essentially, if this woman isn't given the life of luxury, she's not going to give you any sex. So let me ask you this. What happens with all the couples that don't have kids? Is that man having all the sex in the world? Is this a thing that we can outsource? Like, is the man allowed to outsource this? Like, you're annoyed. You don't get to eat 3 meals sitting down, because she emphasized sitting down. You don't get to eat 3 meals sitting down. So can that man outsource the sex? Can he go get somebody else to handle that portion, to take the load off of you? Pun intended. Note to self, guy. Her math makes no sense. No, it doesn't make any sense. This is called scorekeeping. This is called score. Like, this is a form of scorekeeping where women they just make things up to ensure that they don't have to sleep with their husband. They don't want to sleep with you. They got the house, they got the wedding, they got the marriage, they got the commitment, they got the kids. They are not in the business of giving you sex now. There's no reason to.
So let's run through an example, shall we? Let's say mom got 8 hours of sleep last night, she ate 3 full meals, her partner did pickup and bath time, but he was really fucking annoying twice.
You did something that annoyed her. She's not going to tell you what it was, but you did something that annoyed her. And because of that, she's keeping a mental note of it. And she's going to factor that, well, I would give you sex, but you made me mad, so I'm not going to give you sex. Now, when you cheat on this woman, it's because you're a bad guy, right? You're toxic, you're controlling. But she got a math sheet out. She has a chalkboard with the math equation as to why she's not going to give you sex.
Then we have to subtract by the 1,000 times that she was touched today.
I've heard women say stuff like this. I'm all touched out. I'm all touched out. Does this work in the opposite direction with men? Like, I'm all worded out. People have been talking to me at work. The kids are talking, and now you running your mouth. Shut up. Can you just do that with a woman? Can you do that with your wife and just tell her, hey, woman, shut up. I'm all talked out. I'm turning my ears off. What do you think your kids are going to do? How is it that your children touching you is somehow shutting you down? Like this makes absolutely no sense unless you hate your kids. So now you got to deal with this woman who realistically hates her children. So she doesn't want to give you anything because she hates the kid. The kids annoyed me. The kids made me mad. Because she's saying that the kids touched her 1,000 times. That means she's counting each time. That means every time they touch her, she's putting a check in the box because she hates the touch of her children. How is that a prize? I don't understand how that's a prize. We are here today to figure out if women are a prize. Does that look like a prize to you? Does that sound like a prize to you? Somebody who I hate the fact that my kids touch me, so I'm not going to give you sex. That's a major reason as to why I'm not giving you sex. That's a prize? Y'all better than me if you think it is.
Does anyone know what the answer is? Not a fucking chance.
So basically she's telling you, because she's a mom and she has to go through basic mom stuff, she's not going to sleep with you. So just think about that. When we say women are the prize and we say, oh man, we want to have relationships and we want to get married and yada, 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 so on and so forth. You have to think that's what's going to happen in your relationship. This is not a one-off. She's not the only woman who thinks like this. She's not the only woman who acts like this. This whole idea of, women being the fairest sex and they love their kids so much, that's false. It's like 100% false. Women do not love their kids like that. And then she's going to take it out on you. But we still have this idea in America that women are the prize. Why? Can anybody answer that question? No. But we have to kind of play. If we don't put women up on a pedestal as the prize, then where exactly are we putting them? Right? Like that's the messed up part. Like we can't really have this conversation in an open and honest fashion. If we're being open and honest, women are lovable liabilities. Great, good enough people, but they're not the prize. Right? You can't be a prize when everything that you are constitutes an annoyance for someone else, when everything that you are constitutes an inability to function in your given role. I want you to be a wife. Okay, I'm a wife, but she hates every minute of it. Like what good are you as a wife if every bit of being a wife is a hardship for you? You're literally sitting there with the checkboard marking down every single thing that happened in your life that's just happened throughout your day and saying, this is an annoyance for me and I'm going to make a decision based on this. Like how are you a prize? You're a liability. You're a burden. You are the worst thing that could ever happen to a man. Man, you're not going to convince me that women are the prize. Like, I think they're good enough people, but this idea, and imagine marrying that. Like now you're legally bound to that. You are legally bound to that person that's out here scorekeeping in order to not give you sex. Imagine what happens if you divorce that person. This woman is scorekeeping against her own children. Oh, the kids touched me 1,000 times today, and I was so busy with the kids, I wasn't able to eat sitting down. I had to eat on the go. I had to do pickup and bath time. So imagine if she's taking all of this down, imagine what she's going to do when she divorces you. She's going to have a checklist longer than the dang Constitution. She will have a checklist that's like 100 pages thick of everything you've ever done, because women keep score. In case you guys didn't know, women keep score of everything, because in their mind, everything that they do is the biggest thing that could ever be done. And it's something that needs to be rewarded. And it's something that needs to be praised. And when you're not praising them, they count it as two strikes. I did this and you didn't praise me for it. Does that sound like a prize to you? Somebody whose mental state is so feeble, their emotional state is so feeble that everything they do has to be rewarded. That's not a prize. That's the farthest thing from a prize. That's a burden. That's a curse. But let's keep going.
Just the act of a man going down on bended knee, that is what triggers the crazy in a lot of women. You know how a lot of men, they're with a woman and they're all good with the dating phase, boyfriend and girlfriend situation, everything is cool. And the minute that woman gets that ring on her finger, she starts acting like a completely different person. I'm almost positive that bended knee thing is what triggers it. Physically, the act of him getting on bended knee and making himself smaller and bowing to the woman, it's almost like it goes into her brain and says, yeah, I own you now. I'm over you. I control you. Happy wife, happy life. You do what I say. Oh, you can't do that because you a husband now. You gotta, answer to me because I'm the wife. This is why the man gets walked all over within his marriage and within his relationship.
I have to agree. I have to agree 100%. I was a wedding photographer for a bit, right? When I was making movies for nightclubs and restaurants and stuff like that, I was shooting videos for like music artists and high-end clients, Persian people who wanted to document their last year in medical school and stuff like that. I did a lot of wedding photography, and every man I ever talked to said the exact same thing. It's like once you get married, there's like a switch in her mind that just flips, and she is a completely different person. And nobody talks about this. Everybody talks about marriage. Everybody talks about family. Everybody talks about community. They'll tell you marriage is like the best thing you'll ever do. Oh, getting married is the best thing I've ever done. And they can't ever really say why. Why is marriage the best thing you've ever done? It's like error 404. They can't tell you why marriage is the best thing they've ever done. They can't really even tell you what they personally get, right? It's just prescripted stuff. It's just prescripted stuff, right? They have it in their mind that if they just do the right things, everything's going to go the way it was sold to them, right? Men are merit based. So they think there's a prescripted formula. If I do this, then I get that. It's like, I don't know how much you guys know about math or computer programming. It's a logic statement. If this, then that. I did this, then I get that. Like they think it's like that, right? This is super basic computer programming, super basic logic structure, right? If you clean your room, then you can go outside. You cleaned your room. Therefore, you can go outside. Men think that that's how women work. That's not how it works. They think if you treat her right and you marry her, she'll give you sex and she'll love you. That's not how it's going to work. That's 110% not how it's going to work. Like this woman said, as soon as you get down on one knee, as soon as you get down on bended knee, that woman she's going to flip. She won the game. I won the game. I'm the prize. That's what they think. I'm the prize. You just admitted that I'm the prize. Now it's time for you to be my slave. It's time for you to pay up. But somehow we still sell it as the woman is the prize. Somehow, some way, we're still selling it as the woman being the prize.
Just the act of a man going down on bended knee, that is what triggers the crazy in a lot of women. You know how a lot of men, they're with a woman and they're all good with the dating phase, boyfriend and girlfriend situation, everything is cool. And the minute that woman gets that ring on her finger, she starts acting like a completely different person.
I don't know how many of you guys have ever been in a relationship, or you have clearly been on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube, and you've seen those little street interviews or whatever, and somebody will say, "Who said I love you first?" And there's like this nervousness or there's kind of like this laughter. It's because everybody knows whoever says I love you first, that person just lost the game. All right, you guys remember the little circle game? This game here. By the way, you all just lost. Everybody who watches this video just lost. Got you. It's like that. The object of the game is to not think about the game. The object of the love game is to not say I love you first. And as soon as you say I love you, got you. Now the other person has all the leverage. That's what it is. That's what it is. And now all of a sudden we're telling ourselves in society that women are the prize, even though as soon as you give her what she wants, she's going to flip the script. She's going to flip on you. How, like, I want you to think about this. Imagine you had a child and that child said, you know, they had a friend and they said every time they give that friend some of their candy, the friend treats them poorly. What would you tell your child? You would have to tell your child, hey man, you got to stop hanging out with your friend. Your friend's a psycho. Your friend's just using you. When you are out there and you're dating and you think things are going to go your way, what do? You say, okay, I love this woman. I like this woman a whole lot. I'm going to commit to her. I'm going to cut off all these other girls. I'm going to put up with all her craziness. I'm going to listen to her little goofy girl stories. You do the things that she wants to do. You watch the movies that she wants to watch. You go above and beyond to show this person that I am trustworthy. I'm going to show up. And how does she repay you? As soon as you give her commitment, she flips the script. Subsequently, this is why the marriage rates are plummeting. I want you guys to really, I don't know how old you guys all are, but I want you guys to really think about this. Why would you get married if you know that you can get you as the man get the exact same thing from her if you're not married than if you are married? And if she gets married to you, she actually gets more. She gets more from you. Now she has a contract betwixt the two of you that says if you piss her off, if you make her mad, she gets to put you to the guillotine financially. Why would you sign up for that deal? Who's still signing up for that deal? That's the prize? That's the prize you guys are out here fighting for? You tell a woman you love her and she flips the script. You get down on bended knee and now all of a sudden she rubbing her hands like Birdman. Come on, man.